Britain's economic crisis, the £85 billion sickness bill and the road to recovery. The UK is facing a looming economic crisis as the number of sick and disabled people out of work reaches alarming levels, according to a recent report. This crisis, known as the economic inactivity crisis, poses a significant threat to the country's prosperity and future growth. The report, led by former John Lewis CEO Sir Charlie Mayfield, reveals a startling statistic. 800,000 more people are now out of work due to health conditions compared to 2019, resulting in a staggering £85 billion annual cost to employers. This issue is not just a burden on businesses, it has far-reaching implications for the entire nation. Sir Charlie emphasises that without intervention, the situation could worsen, but it is not an inevitable fate. The report highlights the need for a comprehensive approach to address this crisis. The Business Perspective versus Labour's Employment Rights Bill. The Labour Employment Rights Bill has sparked debate, with some business groups expressing concerns about potential disincentives to hiring individuals with existing health conditions. This bill aims to protect workers' rights, but it has raised questions about the balance between employment rights and business needs. The rising tide of economic inactivity. 1 in 5 working-age people are currently out of work and not seeking employment, according to the report. This trend is concerning, as it suggests a growing number of people are being left behind in the workforce. Without intervention, the report predicts that another 600,000 people could leave the workforce due to health reasons by the end of the decade, exacerbating the economic inactivity crisis. The cost to employers and the economy. Sir Charlie's report highlights the financial burden on employers, who face lost productivity, increased sick pay, and staff turnover. However, the impact extends beyond individual businesses. The broader economy suffers from weaker growth, higher welfare spending, and increased pressure on the National Health Service, NHS. Mutual reinforcement of work and health. Sir Charlie emphasises the positive relationship between work and health. He states, on the whole, work and health are mutually reinforcing. Keeping people in work and active helps them stay healthier. This perspective highlights the importance of supporting individuals in the workforce to improve their overall well-being. The state's financial burden. The state incurs a substantial financial burden due to illness-related inactivity. The report reveals that the government spends £212 billion annually on lost output, increased welfare payments, and additional NHS burdens, which is nearly 70% of income tax. This highlights the need for a comprehensive approach to address the economic inactivity crisis. Encouraging work and shared responsibility. Sir Charlie suggests that encouraging people to stay in work requires a shared responsibility between employers, employees, and health services. This collaborative approach can help individuals manage their health while remaining in the workforce. Personal stories. Overcoming barriers. Loz Sandham, a 28-year-old with mental and physical health conditions, shares their struggle to find employment. Despite their willingness to work, they have been out of a job for a year. Loz emphasises the need for employers to recognise their duty to provide reasonable adjustments, ensuring that individuals with disabilities can thrive in the workplace. Government's response. A major partnership. In response to the report, the government has announced a significant partnership with over 60 companies, including Tesco, Google UK, Nando's, and John Lewis. This initiative aims to tackle the rising tide of ill health and support people in returning to work. Over the next 3 years, these companies will develop and refine workplace health approaches to reduce sickness absence, improve return-to-work rates, and increase disability employment. A voluntary certified standard by 2029. The government's goal is to transform these changes into a voluntary certified standard by 2029. This approach aims to create a supportive environment for both employees and employers, ensuring that the workforce remains healthy and productive. Win-win for employees and employers. Work and Pensions Secretary Pat McFadden describes the report as a win-win for employees and employers, as it focuses on keeping people with health issues in the workforce. This perspective aligns with the interests of both parties, as employers benefit from experienced staff, and employees want to stay in work whenever possible. Overcoming challenges. A collective effort. Ruth Curtis, CEO of the Resolution Foundation think tank, highlights the need to address a culture of fear, a lack of support, and structural barriers to work. This comprehensive approach is crucial in turning the tide against Britain's economic inactivity problem. The CIPD's perspective. The Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development, CIPD, welcomes the government's vision for a preventative approach to illness in the workplace. However, its CEO, Peter Cheese, emphasizes the importance of effective communication and policy support at the national and regional levels to ensure the report's recommendations are successfully implemented. The Employment Rights Bill, Balancing Act. The report's release coincides with the government's push for the Employment Rights Bill, which some businesses argue could stifle growth. The bill includes guaranteed hours and stricter regulations on zero-hour contracts. While it aims to protect workers' rights, it also raises questions about the potential impact on businesses and the economy. Guaranteeing paid work for young people. Chancellor Rachel Reeves is also working on a plan to guarantee paid work for young people who have been out of a job for 18 months. This initiative aims to support young individuals in their transition to the workforce, ensuring they have access to employment opportunities. In conclusion, Britain's economic crisis, driven by the £85 billion sickness bill, demands a comprehensive and collaborative approach. By addressing the challenges of economic inactivity, the government, businesses, and society can work together to create a healthier, more productive workforce, ensuring a brighter future for the country's prosperity and growth.